everybody. Happy Mother's Day. Mothers to kids, mothers to cats, mothers to horses, whatever you are. Okay, I'm Valerie, and it's Valerie Wallace Fine Arts, and every day we do a drawing class at 1 o'clock, and today is Sunday, May 10th?
Yeah.
Alright. And so today what I'm going to do is, in honor of Mother's Day, I am going to show you how to draw a variety of portraits, and you're going to draw maybe your mom, and I will give you some hints on how to do different things, and we'll just see how it goes. Okay? Does that sound good?
Sounds so
Sounds
fun.
good? So if you have a picture to go by, that's great. I'm going to be working pretty fast because I'm going to try to do 4 different pictures. And so, because there's a lot of choices out there, a lot of variables. So you only have to do 1, I think. Or maybe what you'll do is you'll do 1, and then maybe you want to watch it later again and try it again or something. I'm not exactly sure how it will work. But for the kids out there, this will be just right for you. Okay? All right. So I'll try to kind of do the same thing in the different places. We're going to start by making the face and the neck, okay? Because we don't want a head just floating in air. I'm going to use this reddish brown color because it will go underneath. It'll be a good base color no matter what your skin tone is. If you had paint and you had white, yellow, pink, or red, and brown, is that what I mean?
Yeah.
Pink, red, or orange, yellow, white, and some kind of brown. You could make just about anybody's skin tone depending on how much you put of each of those colors. Okay? Alright, so anyway, we're going to get started. What I want you to do is think a little bit about the width of your face. If Mom has a super wet, skinny face, then maybe think about putting the lines closer together. If she's pretty round, spread them apart. If it doesn't look great, you can always flip it over and try it again. Okay? And what I'm going to have you do is mark. I'm going to do it dark. You do it light as you can get away with, and then at the end of your picture, make everything dark that you like. Okay? So I'm going to make it a line here and a line here. Okay? And then I'm going to make not a big mark, but just a little mark right about here where I think the chin's going to be. Okay? Don't make a great big mark or it's going to look like she's got a big pimple on the bottom of her chin. Don't do that. I don't want you to have a triangle face unless she does have a really pointy little chin, and then that's groovy. But otherwise, what I want you to do is to take these 3 marks, and I want you to round that into like kind of a U shape. Okay? And you can go up a little bit on either side. Like you might want to go up a little bit more than this, depending on where you put the lines on there. Okay? But don't do the whole top of the head yet, because you don't really need to show the skull unless your mom is bald. And if she's bald, then do go all the way around. Okay? Now, then you also want a neck, and women have skinnier necks. We're going to go with things that no one mom is going to be mad if you make her neck thin rather than a football neck. Nobody's going to be upset about that. We're just going to go with the things that will be good. She might have some less than becoming feature, but you can modify that to make it kinder if you want to. Okay, the other thing you want to do is some ears. Even if her hair covers her ears, a lot of times it's a good idea to have them on there. If you really think she doesn't need them, skip them. Okay? I'm going to do that again on the other ones. This is her average size. I'll make a little bit on the skinnier side, maybe. Make a little spot here. Maybe a little more narrower in the chin. If your mom is older, when you do the shoulders, they're going to maybe go down a little bit more. If she's pretty young, they're probably going to go right up to the side of the paper, kind of like that. But don't forget, you don't want just a head floating in air, all right? Down here, I'm going to make a pretty wide face. Let's see. I'm going to go kind of wide like this, maybe a little closer with the chin, and it will be a little more like this. That might have a little bit wider neck, a little shorter neck maybe. Okay? And again, we'll go out to the side. Alright, and remember that your shoulders are wide, right? If I drew a line straight up from my shoulders, it's not going to touch my head. So don't make them start at the neck and go right down to the bottom of the paper. Bring it out to the side, okay? All right. What else do I need? All right, wait a minute, ears. Ear, 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 ear. And let's see, what could I do over here? I don't know. Let's see what happens with this one.
A square jaw?
I'll make kind of a, like that kind of, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
You're a
They're all gonna look
little lopsided on
Are
that
they all?
last one. No, just the last one. I mean, mostly.
Oh, I'll go in. So I'm a little wider on this one and this one, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this one in, okay? And that will just blend into what I'm doing on the outside. Okay, you can have just a t-shirt kind of neckline. I was doing this one as a little bit, maybe a little bit older lady. She's going to have a sweater on and a little bit of a turtleneck. That's what I did in that. Okay, and because what I want you to do is I want you to color in, with whatever you're using that's a little darker, I want you to color in the ears and the neck. Okay, especially right up around the chin. You want your neck to be darker, because that's going to help separate your neck from the rest of the face. Okay? And I'll get a little bit wider shirt on this one. What other kind of shirt? We'll skip the. We'll just go around like that. All right. What I like to do in this situation is to start at the mouth and work your way up. Because you can kind of adjust the hair and the forehead and all that. If you run out of room, you can add on, or you can make it a little bit less. But we've already sort of said where the chin is. So what you're going to do if you happen to have a picture is you want to look and see how big the chin is, and maybe you can tell, maybe you can't tell. But if you have and what we'll start with, all right, I'll do two different mouths. One of them is going to be a smile with the mouth closed, and that's going to be like this. What I'll do is I'll go up from the chin, and we'll say this is sort of an average. And what I'll do is I'll make a line that goes kind of like this, maybe just a little bit of a curve up at the top, okay? So right now she looks like this, all right? But then what you do is you make a kind of a little wide V like this, and then you bring that, not all the way to the ends, but kind of like this. And that's your upper lip, and then you have a lower lip. So if any of you have done like the Queen, or I guess that's the only woman we did, you'll sort of remember that it's like this, okay? So it's kind of like that, and again, you might want to lightly color in the upper lip, okay? If you are having a big open smile, like your mom has the big teeth that show when she smiles, then this is what you do. Bring a line kind of like this, and then a lot of times it's a parallel kind of line down below, and then this line is a little bit thinner. Okay? And again, you can bring those corners up a little bit. And later on, and you might see a little of the Cupid's bow, or sometimes when you smile that big, your Cupid's bow disappears. Okay, so we'll do that. And this person we'll say has a little bit more of a chin, maybe, and smaller lips. And this one we'll say has pretty big lips. We'll say this, maybe a little up, and then a little bit bigger. Okay? Good? Got some mouse going there? They're all different? What are you looking at? I got my daughter Daphne here with me today, and my husband Tim, and he is drawing his mom. Super cute. His mom's Barbara. Okay. We're going to do the nose next. Again, that's another thing where you look to see how close is the nose to the lips. Some people have quite a space. Honestly, if the person's a little bit older, one of the things that starts to happen is things start to droop here, so there's more of a space. Okay? Not that you need to do that, but but you might want to. And what we'll do is this is sort of a simple basic nose, is that you kind of make kind of a wide smile like this, and that could be it. You could just, I mean, that's enough. We know she's got a nose. It's important that she has a nose, but we don't care about you doing anything fancy with it. If you put a little, kind of a little flat line dot ovally thing that goes hooks onto the side of that, that'll look a little bit like the nostrils. If you make balls, it's going to look like somebody's nose is like this. So you don't have to make balls. You make them a little flatter. And then what you can do is kind of make that little curve that goes around the outside. This is not a tiny nose. I'll give this person a little tinier nose. This is a little smaller, maybe a little like this, and maybe just a little smaller. Okay? I will do this one maybe a little pointier. So say she has a little pointier nose. Make it more of a V with a little like this and a little curve. Okay? And then here, you know, maybe I'll make this one up a little bit. So you'll see the difference if there's more of a space between the nose and the upper lip.
You're a little, come on.
Tippy?
I mean, you just make it looking that way, I guess.
Yeah, so I'm going to adjust this. So what I can do is change here, and then I will somehow cover that with the hair. So what I will do is
one low ear.
Yeah, I'll figure something out. I'll adjust this a little bit, and then I'll make the ear bigger, and I'll make this one bigger too. Two big ears. But I'm going to give her nice earrings.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay? That'll help disguise the ears. Okay? I might, you know, most of the time you're going to cover the ears up anyway. But, you know, if you have something off, don't leave it. You can fix it. Okay. So we're going to do the eyes, and eyes come in all kinds of shapes. People have big eyes, little eyes. Sometimes there's a lot of curve on the top, and they're relatively flat on the bottom. And some people that have really pretty big eyes will show a little bit of white maybe on the bottom, but usually none on the top, unless somebody is like this, which means they're super surprised. But rarely does somebody's eyes like that. But it might be the case, and if that's what if that's what your mom has, then draw them, because it will really make it her uniqueness. Okay. I don't want to do the colors of the eyes just yet, because we're going to stick with this brown when he gets things sketched out, and then we're going to use the color. So it's going to look a little bit like a zombie. All right? So what happens is, well, okay, so you're thinking about how long the nose is. And it's usually your nose is halfway between your eyes and your chin. So if you measure the distance from the chin to the tip of the nose, that's going to tell you about where your eyes are going to be. So in this girl's case, it's around here. And what you're going to do is make just a curve like that. So same thing here. That would bring them up a little bit. Alright. And I'm just going to do that for now. And what I want you to think about is the distance between the two eyes. Okay? Because there's not usually a huge distance. Okay? They're not super far apart. And your eyebrows are usually a little bit closer. And we're going to make sure everybody has eyebrows. If you have, let's see, if the person has a very heavy lid, like you can always see their eyeliner when they have, their eye makeup, if they put eyeshadow on, then what you want to do is have another curve like this. Okay? And then you have to bring that down on the sides enough so that you can get a line around the bottom. This girl's got big eyes. Okay? If they're a little bit on the smaller side, let's see, here, I'll make them a little bit smaller. I'll get that upper lid and then maybe a little flatter line here. Okay? And, let's see. it kind of small, and then this one we'll do this way again. Alright. Any of the other ones look super lopsided? Like I'm going to look afterwards and go, what was I thinking? Okay. It's hard to see from here. The other thing you're going to do is, you're going to take, from right here, you're going to take one side of the nose and you're going to bring that, it's going to connect to the eyebrow. You don't have to do this part. Just do it on one side though. Okay? Alright. Okay, so now we're going to do the hair. We're going to leave the eyes for now, like I said. I'm going to show you something with that, so don't do those yet unless you can't wait, and then just go ahead and slide. So say, let's see, one of these people, let's have their hair be pulled back. Which one does it make sense, do you think?
Maybe the hair? Yeah.
Alright, so say this person has the hair back off their head like this, okay? So in that case, you're going to see the forehead. The other case is, normally if you have bangs, if they touch your eyebrows, or if your hair kind of sweeps to the side, it goes over your forehead. So we'll try that. So on this one, what you do is you find the top of your head to your chin, your eyes are in the middle. So at least your forehead, you want to be able to put a whole 4 fingers up there, okay? So from the chin to where her eyes are, this is where the top of her head's going to be, which is always something that people cannot believe, okay? Her forehead, if she's got her hair back, is going to come down just a little bit. So you say it's right around here, and then round that around to that line you already have, okay? Oops, she's a little lopsided too. Alright. I might have that be a strand of hair or something. Okay. Then what you're doing is that from the top of your head, your hair will come out at least as wide as your ears. That's part of the reason why we have them on there. So she's going to have her hair come on here like this. Alright, so say she has a ponytail, alright, and say it goes over her shoulder, her hair will come down like this. You know, maybe she's got a little hairdo thing here, and then her hair will come down over her shoulder. Okay?
Very nice.
Does that work alright?
Yeah, it looks nice.
Alright. And again, like, if she had a wisp or something, it would be kind of like this. And then,
It looks good.
when you do the eyebrows, if you get them up super high, she's going to look surprised. So they're just above the eyes. And in this case, we'll just sort of basic eyebrows. They'll be kind of like that. Kind of like that. You're thinking they're a little bit longer than your eye, usually, unless you plucked them right out. And, you know, they're a little bit closer together than your actual corners of your eyes, usually. Okay? Alright, so there's that. So this is my slightly older lady. Let's say she has, you know, just maybe a short hairdo, okay? But something that, maybe not super long bangs. Let's give her some eyebrows, so something light. And then, you know, again, I'm realizing that here's from here to here, this is where the top of her head's going to be. Okay? If I make it here, she's going to look funny. She's going to look like she doesn't have any brains. So you have got to get that up there. I know it seems funny, but it has to happen. So say she has just kind of like short, curly hair. Alright? And then maybe a little something that goes across the bangs. Okay? You know, if it were somebody younger, they might have hair that comes down to their bangs, their eyebrows. But a lot of times, older people maybe have a little bit shorter hair. So you have them up on the, up there. What does that look like? Oh, I thought you meant it looks like your dad. I was like, oh, really? Alright.
No.
Okay, what else do I need? Let's say somebody has long, straight hair, parted in the middle. How about that?
Alright.
Alright. So again, I want to find out where the top of the head is. Start making yourself do this, because it's going to totally change what the, so I'm going to bring this, say she's got kind of thick hair, so it's a little bit wider at the ears when it comes down. right? And maybe down over the shoulder. And if it's long, and the other thing is there's not going to be a space between your neck and your hair if your hair's hanging. If there's a space, it means that you've given yourself ponytails, okay? And then say maybe that goes over that shoulder. And say she has, I guess we're going to part in the middle. So that it comes down a little bit, but give yourself a forehead. And then you just kind of bring it down like this, and bring it down like that. Okay? Give her little eyebrows. That one has eyebrows, that one has eyebrows. And...
She doesn't, those are her eyelids, I thought.
Where?
The one you're on.
Yeah, I haven't done the eyebrows yet. What kind of hair do I need to do?
Long curly hair?
How about bangs of some sort?
Okay.
Alright, so let's part it on the side. So she's here. Here, that means the top of her head is actually up here. So if she has some bangs that go down, and then maybe like that. How's that?
Yeah.
It's different? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give some glasses too, but the glasses are the last things that you're going to put on there because you don't want the colors to mix all in. Okay, so we've done that. Everybody has eyebrows. Alright. I'm not going to do this on all of them, but if you were thinking a little bit about shading, let's say I'll shade this girl a little bit. What you would be thinking about is, say that the light is coming from one side. What would happen is, like, we would do it here, and the nose would create a little bit of a shadow. There might be a little shadow under her nose. She might have a little cheekbones, kind of. Okay. A lot of times there's like a kind of a letter C on the chin, like this. And then over here, I think we have that dark ear. And then, okay, if somebody is has a little bit older, has a little bit of lines, you don't want to do a lot. But what happens is you'd have a line kind of like right here. She's not very happy. Let's bring this up a little bit. Okay, and you might have a little, a little extra, little something maybe right here, and maybe a little underneath. But that, you don't need to do a lot of stuff. When people have wrinkles and you just draw all the lines all over the face, it's not really what happens. It's kind of where things start to droop a little bit. So this is usually something right here. Okay? She looks like she might have a little bit of some nice cheekbones. Okay? Alright, let's do the eyes, because they all look like zombies. So, if in somebody like this, what I'm thinking about with the eye is that it's kind of a little rectangle. So, I'm going to color sort of a little box like that. Alright, I want to have room for the pupil in there. So if I add the pupil, and if I leave a little white behind, that always gives a little highlight. Let's say I do this. But you need it to be, this would be kind of like a box. If you do a whole, this is one of the places where, if you are listening and you do it this way, it will make your portrait look so much more sophisticated than if you have little round balls inside your eyes. If you do the eyes and they look like this, that's not right. That's not okay. That's not what somebody's eyes look like. They're also not even like this. Okay, and this. Let me show you. They're not a round ball like right in the middle of her eyes. You see that? I mean, she's super happy, so maybe if that's what you want to do, then that's great. But if I take it like this, and I take the black, and I have it touch the upper lid like this, okay? And the pupils aren't tiny unless, okay? And then I take the blue and I add it kind of in a U shape. See how her eyes look so much more natural?
It's
Very difference.
very pretty.
Okay? They're in her head. They're in her head.
I don't know, my eyes came all bad.
No, they look good.
All right. Let's do this girl over here. She's gonna have the real big eyes. She's got the Ariana Grande look going on here. So what you do here is you put, this is for like when you look at somebody and you're like, oh, they have these big bedroom eyes. Then this is kind of the thing you're doing with that. Okay. They'd have those big lids on top. Alright, and then again, you want a nice big pupil. You don't want a dot and look like she's, on some sort of medication. Alright?
Mhm.
And then this one, we'll make them a little smaller, but again, like the little rectangle in there. Okay, but not a pupil like a dot. That's cuckoo. Okay? Make it a little bigger. Okay? Alright. Alright. Some of these things are going to get you that they're just absolutely your choice. The hair color, the clothing, the background if you want to do it. But I'll do a little bit with the skin. Again, if you have lips that are closed, if you make the upper lip just a little bit darker, but you color them both the same, that'll help to make it look like the lower lip is sticking out a little bit. Okay? Alright. I don't have great variety of colors for skin. I'm going to say this one's pretty light, because you know who this is, right?
Melby.
That's not very happy though.
Well,
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. So that's pretty simple. Color over these brown ears and this brown neck, because you don't necessarily need a brown, but you just want it to be darker, a darker shade of. Okay, so there's that. If somebody is kind of darker skinned, like I said, I don't have a great color for that, but a lot of times kind of this goldish ochre color will work pretty nicely, especially if you can kind of pick up the brownish red that's on here. The best part is when we put the makeup on for the moms who wear makeup. When I do that with the kids,
I bet it's fun.
because a lot of kids will do it even if their mother doesn't wear makeup, which is all the better. Alright, so that's, I don't know if anybody's really that yellow, but alright.
It looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good, yeah. And say she doesn't wear, if she doesn't wear any kind of makeup, taking a little, this might make kind of a natural looking kind of lip color, just a little white on top of that. So this girl's, and the other thing I was thinking about is, I have, well, let's see.
What's going on?
If I do, I thought I picked out, what this is. That's pretty. This is like a chalk pastel, which I could blend a little of this in here. And maybe even a little, this will work. No, that's not working great, is it?
Yeah, the other pastel is fine.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's called mixed media. When it goes over the other brown, it's a little thick.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's say, so, because I think that, you know, if we want her to be a little darker, the thing is, this is too dark. Okay, maybe I'll go this way. And I use this reddish brown. What I'm gonna do is put a little bit of white in a few places because it's a little dark. So say I go over it like that. You have more variety, you know, or you can just skip it, you know. Okay. You know, I want a little darker maybe right in there. So what I would do is take my, I think the white, well, actually, maybe I'll use this one. And I will lighten her nose a little bit, maybe a little bit here on the cheeks. Maybe a little bit here, forehead. Looks dirty right now, Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta do these lids. Alright, so that is, we get some skin on there, and let's see, what time is it? I can't see the clock.
1:34.
Oh, alright. Alright, so this isn't too super long.
No. Add some orange hair.
Alright, and a little bit of lipstick. A little bit. And let's see, this girl is gonna have, oh wait a minute, I didn't do the eyebrows on this one. The eyelids. Don't forget that. So maybe, I want to get right in here. Alright, maybe a little lighter hair up here. Alright. And we'll go a little on the dark side with, where's my brown? Here it is. She looks, a lot of forehead. Maybe I'll bring that forehead down a little bit.
She looks like Veronica.
She does?
A lot of forehead. Big eyes. Veronica's kind of got big eyes.
Veronica does have big eyes.
Yeah.
Big cheekbones.
Yeah.
Let's see, maybe I'll bring that across her. Okay. And, you know, yeah, maybe just a little. Alright. Okay, one more and then And again, you can do whatever you want with the clothes. Color those in. Don't forget to make the eyebrows, you know, unless somebody has super light ones, but especially if they have darker ones, you want to, you know, like this person. If they have dark hair, then you probably want to go with that. Make sure the eyebrows are dark. If you have blonde hair and they show, usually they're kind of light brown. Alright? Alright. So, what I wanted to show was, if you want, say somebody wears some makeup, okay? So, like, let's make it this girl. The blonde. Okay, so what you do is, you know, say I want to have some, I don't know whether I want red lipstick or pink lipstick or brown lipstick or purple or whatever you want, but, okay, I'll put a little of that on there. And again, a little thicker right here.
What?
Okay, and
Can't have it, so.
if you have a little blush, then you could probably blend that right in there.
No.
Okay. Alright.
Can't hear what you're saying.
You can't?
I don't understand where I can't
Can you
understand why you.
read?
No.
You can't?
Yeah, I'm good. Whatever it is.
Okay, maybe some sapphire earrings. Alright, and, oh, I didn't do the rest of her ponytail. Oh, okay, so that, if you want to put some kind of makeup on, that's good. The other thing you might want to do is think a little bit about eyelashes. If somebody really does wear makeup, then they might have eyeliner on, which, you know, you kind of draw it on. More on the top, unless somebody really does wear a lot on the bottom. You put a little on the top, and you just kind of do the lashes out on the side. This is like some serious lashes. But on, you know, if somebody just is you know, is dark hair, you might want to reinforce that line on the top so it really puts their lid in their eyeball in their eye. Okay, like there's the lower lid. And for her, you know, you could take the brown and do it instead. But you like to, that helps to put the eyeball right in there instead of having. And if you want glasses, let's say, I wouldn't pick black, I'd pick some kind of brown or gold or something like that. Better to go a little bit lighter than too dark. So let's put some glasses on. Oh, I didn't really do, oh well, can't do all of them. Yeah, let's do the glasses. I'll get brown, I guess. Okay. Alright, so what you want to remember is that the upper part of the glasses usually matches right up with your eyebrows. Okay? And don't do one whole side and then go to do the other side. And rarely are people's eyeglasses actually round. So if you do them as boxy or shapes or something like that, it'll actually look more like glasses. And usually the lower part comes down on your cheek a little bit. Okay? So say I put some glasses on here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a line like right on the eyebrow that goes like that. Whoops. And one that goes like this. And you know, the little piece that connects is tiny, right? It's not a great big thing. So hopefully you're that close. And then what you do is maybe find where you want them to go on the cheeks. So it's down like that. And then round it down and up like that. Alright? I don't know if those are even or not. And you'd imagine that they were going out hitting the ear, which the ear, you know, frankly should be about from the corner, see how mine are up front, right by my eyes, and then the lower part usually comes right in, hits like the bottom of your nose. Okay. There's that. If you have freckles, don't do them in black, and don't do them all over the face. I mean, I know some people really do have freckles all over their face, but if you pick spots all over the face, it's gonna look like she has pimples. And even if she has freckles on her face, on her forehead, she doesn't want it to look like she has pimples. So just put, and what you do is you just kind of put them like right here in the cheeks, just a few, and then you know she's a freckly girl. What else do I need? Do I need anything else? Yeah.
I don't think so. Looks pretty good.
All right. Well, I will have such a fun time if you want to share your mom pictures with me. It'll make my Mother's Day way more fun. And if you would like to leave a donation, you can go to ValerieWallace-9 and on the ticket page you can leave a donation. And I will be here tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And not sure what I'm going to do, but I will post it later tonight what we're going to do for the next 3 days. And I'm pretty much planning to keep offering these classes till the end of the month of May. And then I'll have other offerings, like maybe different times and stuff like that. Okay, anything else?
Can I find you on Venmo?
You can find me on Venmo at Valerie Wallace-9. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope you had fun. And I'm just let it be fun. Don't make it hard. Okay? Oh yeah, I guess I don't need to show them up close. Okay. Thank you.
Bye.